difference between a will and a trust. I'm Pamela Hailey-Petty, an estate planning attorney in Austin and San Antonio, Texas. This is a question we get all the time from clients, potential clients in different platforms. And so I wanted to get on and just speak to it for just a few minutes. The difference between a will and a trust. So a will is just a document that states what you want to have happen to your stuff and perhaps who you want to control the distribution and estate administration, right? The executor upon your death, right? So it's a document in writing that documents what you want to have happen after you pass away. Whereas a trust is still just a document, right, that says what you want to have happen when you pass away. So it'll have the same distribution provisions as a will, but it also holds property and says how to manage that property while you're living, right? So typically you will be the trustee of your own trust while you have the ability to do so. It also says what you want to have happen and how another trustee will manage those assets for you should you become incapacitated, but you're still alive. And then it says, right, and when I pass away, this is how I want things managed and distributed. And it can, make additional trusts if that's something that is wanted and recommended. And sometimes it just distributes outright. And so part of the trust process is to determine what property it's going to hold while you're still living, right? This is what's known as funding of the trust. And you can't do that with a will. A will pops out after someone has passed, and sometimes multiple wills pop out at that time. And then you have to validate that through a court proceeding in order to transfer property. Whereas with the trust, it's outside of the court, right? The successor trustee named can then distribute assets as needed without having to wait for a formal court appointment and admittance of a will. So I hope that's helpful for people to kind of understand, what is the difference between a will and a trust. That's very high level information. For a more detailed, explanation of why a trust may or may not be warranted in your case, then you can schedule a free consultation with us. You can call the office at 210-570-2458 or 512-910-8977. Pamela with the Hailey-Petty Law Firm, where we make estate planning your legacy, not a burden for your loved ones.